Wow, that's a wonderful way to start our service, isn't it? Divine purpose, divine spirit. Yes, it's all in us. Good morning. I'm Bedford Hines, chairperson, and welcome all those that are here in person and those who are joining us technologically. Thank you. Today, the second Sunday in Advent, is the theme is peace. We'll be talking about it in the Daily Word in a few minutes. But I want to emphasize that oftentimes the ideas of peace and joy and harmony, bliss, compassion, goodness, are all concepts. It's not even the frontal part of our brain. We get it, but we don't necessarily feel it in the way we'd like to. And it's really when the limbic system of our brain matches the cerebral part of our brain that we really get something. That's when it sinks in. And so this morning, peace is a wonderful word, I think, and all of us would agree with that. But it isn't something that we necessarily immediately feel when we talk about peace. We know what it means, and we may have some flighting experiences of it. But this morning I'd like to try to help all of us deepen that conjunction of our limbic system and our cerebral area of our brain so that we really get it when we talk about peace. And I'm using this morning some readings from The Science of Mind entitled Pieces into Peace, as fragmentation into peace. And I'm going to start with a quote from Ernest Holmes. He says, "I now let go of every anxious thought. I now surrender any doubt or fear into the great heart of love." The heart is the real key here. As we go into this meditation that's going to follow, I'm going to invite all of us to get into our heart. Our heart knows, as the great mathematician, French mathematician and philosopher Pascal back in the 1600s, said that the heart has reasons the mind knows nothing of. I think that's true. We know something in our heart. The love of our spouses, the love of our kids, the love of our friends, etc., etc. We know in our heart. We can never prove it to anybody. You know, we say, I love my kids. Okay, prove it. Oh, that's ridiculous. But we know it, right? There's a lot of things that we just know through our heart. And so today I'm going to have us enter into companionship or contact, connection with our heart. And I'm just going to start reading, and then we're going to do that part in just a moment. When you reach the bottom of the well and there is no more for you to give, or when stress robs you of your composure, remember that a calm connection is just a moment away. Zoom out from a moment of perspective, bringing serenity to your mind and body. Welcoming your soul's wisdom, you are made of infinite peace, joy, and love. So as I read this general meditation below, allow your body to completely relax. And do so as you inhale the words, "be at peace." So as you inhale, say those words to yourself, "be at peace." And as you exhale, simply say, "at peace." Inhale, "be at peace." Exhale, "at peace." Surrender to a moment of soul care and loving kindness. And now I invite you to bring your attention to your heart, to the middle of your chest. Not from your head to your chest, but from within your chest itself. Sit next to your heart and hear that thump, thump, thump that your heart is eternally giving. With each beat, it's a beat of peace and joy and love, because your heart knows that. There's no doubt in your heart. It knows that with every fiber of its being. and you're sitting right next to it in your attention, your awareness. Let that saturate your sense of peace, of joy, of love. And as you float in an ocean of peace and tranquility, listen to these words as you are next to your heart. Be at peace and release stress, anxiety, and worry. Be at peace, allowing each moment to enter without resistance. Be at peace, shoulders soft, heart open, spine aligned with heaven. Be at peace and let the world spin without you, without us. Be at peace and breathe, just breathe. Be at peace and let go of all attachments to outcomes. Be at peace and know that love always lives right here in this moment. Be at peace and open to divine timing. Be at peace and know that you are never alone. Be at peace and call on divine assistance for any task. Be at peace and listen for guidance. Be at peace and imagine the highest good for all. Be at peace and make an offering of your day. Be at peace and feel how infinitely loved you are. Be at peace. Amen. And bring yourself back as you are able. And hopefully with a more visceral sense of peacefulness, saturating your very being. So today we celebrate Be at Peace. And let us continue. So please state with me our vision statement, and peacefully and fully together. A world powerfully transformed through shared spiritual awakening. And our mission statement, together, advancing the movement of spiritual awakening and transformation through unity, a positive path for spiritual living. And our values together, abundance, acceptance, community, diversity, integrity, joy, and love. And we celebrate our children by saying together once again, Unity of Appleton sees the divinity in all children and nurtures their unfolding spirituality. And guess what? The daily word, peace. I give the gift of peace. I begin the second week of Advent by affirming peace for myself and all beings and letting the peace of God flow through me. Peaceful living does not mean isolation from noise or turmoil. It means calm, even in the middle of the hubbub. At this time of year, when so many seem busy and rushed, I rely on the peace of God that resides within to promote calm in my home, in my life, and in the world. Prayer helps me stay centered, serene, and relaxed, so I can be an instrument of peace. Holding thoughts of tranquility and affirming peace in every heart, I move through this day and Advent season affirming kindness and compassion. I give the gift of peace as I let it flow from my heart like ripples on a lake, sustaining each person in concentric circles of tranquility and goodwill. And from the book of Romans, the God of peace be with all of you. And together let us say what is at the top, peace. I give the gift of peace. And we light this second Sunday of Advent with a candle for peace.
peace.
And the first candle too, please, Edward. Did you get the first week's candle?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sure. Yes.
Our visuals have to match, right?
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Okay.
As I wait for Christmas, I turn within and find peace beyond all knowing. When I but still my mind, I turn within. I turn within. I touch that place within my soul, that place of love where I am home, where peace and joy have set me free, where eyes of hope see eternity. As I wait for Christmas, I feel a sense of awe. I'm no longer separate, for love has joined us all. I turn within. I turn within. I touch that place within my soul, that place of love where I am whole, where peace and joy have set me free, where eyes of hope see eternity. As I wait for Christmas, a smile comes from within. Joy that's deep and sacred has filled me once again. I turn within. I turn within. I touch that place within my soul, that place of love where I am whole, where peace and joy have set me free, where eyes of hope see eternity.
So once again, we are fortunate to have Reverend Marylou Palmer Cardoza with us this morning. When you get to see her, I promise that we did not email each other and say, "What are you wearing?" I don't know, "What are you wearing?" Let's coordinate today, but we are. She looks adorable, if I don't say so myself. And we know her, we love her. She's our minister of record with her message, "The gift only you can give." Please welcome Reverend Marylou.
Good morning, beautiful people. I am in the process of doing my own live. Good morning, beautiful people. I am doing a live show as well as Zoom, and my technology person is not with me. So I know Jodi is tuning in and enjoying this opportunity to have a day off. I want to talk with you about a story of what you could be. I want to invite you to imagine that this Christmas season is the formal beginning of your God life, of your Christed beingness. You see, this is your birthright. This is why you came here. You came here to be God's gift to all that is. Can you imagine that? You're the gift that God has sent to all that is. So, remove the bow, tear back the wrappings, And what do you find? You actually find the most marvelous, creative, loving expression of the Most High. You see and be and experience yourself as a host to God, not a hostage to the ego's sense of separation. Instead, you get to be God in action, God in training, God in expression. Now, this is not arrogance that I'm talking about. This is about truly understanding that you are here to be the light and love of God. And to quote Marianne Williamson, your playing small does not serve the world. I remember the very first time I used that passage from her book, Return to Love. I used it when I was getting ready to start the application process for a Unity ministry. I didn't know, and we were told that you shouldn't be looking for a church until you're more prepared in yourself to know what your ministry was. And so about halfway through the quarter, my last quarter of seminary, I started looking for a church. I read this announcement about a church that just sounded wonderful for me. It was Unity of Flagstaff. I love Flagstaff. I've been there. I wanted to go there again. And of this being my perfect church, until I got down to the part where it said the deadline for submitting your references and your application was last week. Oh my God, you cannot believe how devastated I was. And I thought about it, I prayed about it, and I kept going, but it really feels like it's supposed to be my church. And so I had on my wall that quote from Marianne Williamson that my playing small was not going to serve the world. And so I applied. Guess what? I ended up interviewing. Guess what? As soon as I was in the interview process and I did the opening prayer, one of the people who was on the search team said, "We found our minister." And I'm like, oh my God, I knew it. I wasn't going to play small. I wasn't going to hold myself back because, you know, I'm a good girl and I only do things according to the process. The truth of the matter is, Spirit was calling me to show up there. And it was not for me to deny it. Because when you deny it, what you're doing is denying God. And so I'm going to invite you not to deny God anymore. Because what if you really are the gift? A world of 8.2 billion people are actually waiting for you under the Christmas tree to show up full of the light and love of God. And what's more, you have to give the gift that only you can give. Now, what's the gift that only I can give? Well, it's me. I can only give me. I can only give out of my joy and enthusiasm, out of my intellect and my wisdom, out of my prayer process, out of the skills in my tool bag. That's the only gift that only I can give. And so we have this challenge. We have this challenge to stop playing small. And instead, we have to become that Prince of Peace. We get to become the mighty counselor. We get to become the loving kindness in action. You see, now is the time for you to awaken your dream seed that is within you, the divine that has been planted in you. So what's the dream? The dream is to awaken. Awaken now, O sleeper. God has planted within you all that you need. All the love that you need, all the light you need, all the creativity you need, and everything to prosper you. Your challenge and my challenge is to not look outside of yourself to find it. It's not there. The answer, according to A Course in Miracles, is the answer is always to go within, so you don't go without. I'm going to say that again. The answer is always to go within, so you won't go without. Because when you start looking outside of yourself, what are you looking outside of yourself for? For the permission, for the ease, for the grace? Or if you're looking within yourself to find that energy, that enthusiasm, that consciousness, that knowingness of what is yours to do at every and any given moment. You see, everything you need is inside of you. And your task is to grow in spiritual maturity and emotional consciousness so that you can stop playing small. You are everything you need, except, of course, if you have other plans. And sometimes we have been built with a program in there to play small. You're not good enough. It doesn't work out that way. The truth of the matter is, you're built in within you is the very essence of what you are looking for. And your task, your opportunity is to start that unfolding process. Now, I have a story to tell. It's about a dad and a little boy who were out looking at Christmas lights. When the little boy started saying to Dad, well, you know, I think I'm old enough now. Is there really a Santa Claus? And Dad said, well, I think you're old enough, but I have a question for you. You see, once you know the truth, it's a dangerous gift. Once you know the truth about something, you can never unknow it. And once you know the truth about Santa, you'll never be able to understand it again and relate to Santa Claus as you do now. So my question to you is, are you sure you want to know? There was a little pause, and the little boy said, yes, I want to know. Okay, I'll tell you. There really is a Santa Claus. And the little boy goes, yeah, I knew there was a Santa Claus. And the dad said, yeah, really, there is a Santa Claus, but he's not an old man in a red suit. That's just the story we tell the little kids who are too small to understand the idea and the nature of Santa Claus. Because Santa Claus is really not a person. What he is an idea. Remember all those presents you got from Santa all these years? Well, actually, your mom and I bought those for you. And I watched you open them. And it gave me great joy to see you so excited and to know you didn't even think it was me. You see, Santa Claus is the idea of giving with no need for thank yous or appreciation or acknowledgement or even exchange. It's just the pure joy of giving. Remember last week when I told you that I called the ambulance for that lady who had collapsed, and she didn't even know who called the ambulance or what I did to help make sure that she got safe? She didn't know. She didn't know my name. I was being Santa Claus when I did that. The little boy's eyes got big, and he said, "Oh." And the dad said, "Now you know. You were now part of this secret, and you can never tell a little kid this secret. But now you get to help. You get to help being Santa. You get to help select the presents for the younger kids. And most important, you have the opportunity to give without needing something in return." You see, giving for the sake of giving is the most important spiritual gift you can ever give. Because as you give, you receive. And you will be in that universal creative flow of abundance, of light, of love, of miracles. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about you taking a gift of the idea of who you really are and leaning into it and becoming it, being that energy, being that consciousness. And in the process, learning how to do this, you will grow and understand so much more than you ever could before. You have to learn how to do this so that you can be that God seed of energy. Marianne Williamson recently sent out a post that said, "The question at this moment is less of what do we do now and more of who do we need to be." Being the light, being the love, being willing to listen even when other people are not listening to you, being able to send out a post that said, "The question at this moment is less of what do we do now and more who do we need to be." So I don't know how that works, but our challenge is to claim it and be willing to listen and to be other people are not listening to you. Our challenge is to drop those judgment walls that we use to keep ourselves along and replace it instead with that point of giving love. Giving how it works. Giving the enthusiasm. Our challenge is to other people. You are the gift. And to be other people are not one another. To love one another as Jesus said, "I have loved you with an everlasting love, and that there is nothing and no one that is against you." It might feel that way, but the truth of the matter is that's the program that keeps you small. That's the false images appearing real. And your task this year is to make everything different by treating it all the same, with the same loving kindness that you'd want for yourself, treating your neighbor with that same loving grace they need it, that you would want for yourself. Treating your beloved with grace and forgiveness when you want to receive it. Because that's what God does. God is that universal life force energy within each and every one of us that gives of itself without expecting anything in return. But the universe works so much better when you're in the flow of God. The way that God shows up in the world instead of standing in the way of God showing up. So this year, I'm going to celebrate with you. I'm going to give you the gift of knowingness that you have everything you need to be the gift that God has in store for you. So I'm going to invite us to close our eyes, get comfortable in our chairs, relax. Relax knowing that you have been given the Great Commission. And I don't know about you, but the first time I received that awareness that I had received a Great Commission to go and do likewise, kind of set me back on my heels. That's what you're feeling. Questions. It's okay for you to not know what this is about. Your idea is giving birth to it now. And it just takes a little bit of willingness. Settle back in your chair. Take a deep breath. And be willing. Perhaps you need to be willing to claim your God seed. Open up your willingness to be all that and more. Every song that you hear is singing a song of hallelujah. O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel. Ransom the captive Palestine. Ransom the captive of every one of us that feels limited. Good news is you don't have to do this by yourself. You're in a spiritual community that loves you, sees you, honors that Christ light. So think of this room being filled up. Filled up with the light and the love of God. And you must release what no longer serves so that you can breathe that more deeply. Settle into that more truthfully. And to realize that you've had a grow up till today. So I'm going to invite you to listen as I share some affirmations that truly speak to you. What you are capable of and being. Do. So I'm going to say the phrase and invite you, if you're willing and ready, to repeat it after me. I am as God created me. I am as God created me. I am God's extension eternally. Things I can do, be, I am as God created me. To God. I am worthy. As I only need to be willing to allow God to lead me, guide me, show me the way. Only ask. Need only listen and have the courage to not play small. The courage to be the light and to bring whatever darkness I see or lack or limitations, bring it to the light and say, help me see this differently. Help me claim my inheritance. Help to express the love that I am. For I am as God created me. I am at one eternally. I am this being. I ask for what I want and I receive it. Sense of well-beingness. Trust. All things are working out for me. To be this light. To be this love. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Namaste, beloveds. You are here to be that love, to give the gift that only you can give. And I can't wait to see how God works this out. Stay.
I wanted to get that one straightened. And so now let us join together, if you like, in reading the healing prayer. I am love. I am health. I am peace. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be healthy. I am a child of God. I deserve nothing less. Today I accept my healing of body, mind, and spirit. I forgive myself for the mistakes I made. I forgive all the people for whom I felt anger. I accept them because they could not be as I wanted. I release them, and I free myself from the resentment forever. I cancel the past and the present to free my future. I deserve to enjoy the love of my loved ones. I stop judging myself and judging others forever. I now release all my pain, my mistakes, and my illness, so Spirit can transform it into health, love, and peace. I accept everything as it is now, and with patience to finally to heal. God, you are in me, and I am in you. By your divine power and your love within me, I decide to heal my body, my mind, and my soul. I open my heart to your pure love that surrounds me with its radiant light, revitalizing every cell of my body, every negative thought that becomes positive, recreating myself in a new life full of love and joy. I will share this love with all, communicating everything I feel. I wish to heal with all my heart and then to help others, thus fulfilling my mission of love and communication of love in this life. Thank you, universe, that already is. And so now we move to recognizing this affirmation. And so let's say this affirmation together. Unity of Appleton is rich in mind and manifestation now. Now we move from prayer to our affirmation of prosperity. This is a time when those of us who feel Unity of Appleton is our spiritual home practice putting spirit first in our financial life. This practice prospers the spiritual community we love and supports our own spiritual growth and prosperity. Please give whatever amount Spirit guides you to give, whether it is in person or electronically. Whatever that amount is, take that gift into your heart and bless it with your love. Feel free to bless the plate as it passes by. Let yourself feel grateful to God as in you as your one source. Then please join in our affirmation of prosperity together. Unity of Appleton is alive with the energy of Spirit, in the flow of divine abundance, and radiant with unlimited possibilities. And we celebrate our giving and receiving together by affirming, divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I joyfully give and willingly receive. I give in love and I trust God as my source. We now accept these offerings, we're aware that love does descend into our awareness, not only at Christmas, but always, because it is our home, it is our truth, it is our reality. And these gifts are simply expressions of that reality, spreading that love into our community and beyond. Thank you. And now announcements. We always have a number of those. The Spiritual Social Action Team gift drive. This year, the Salvation Army is asking for gift donations for kids of all ages, but especially those ages 7 to 11. Please bring your unwrapped, and it needs to be unwrapped, gift donations. Unfortunately, it's not money. It needs to be in the form of gifts. If you need to give money, give so through the red kettle. drive. Salvation Army needs that. And please bring those gifts by next Sunday, December 15th, over here in the box. There are already many gifts, many boxes already ready to go. Please bring some more. Pizza and games this Tuesday, December 10th from 11:30 to 2. Please sign up at the Connect and Serve table so we know how much pizza to order. Eat yummy pizza with friends. Learn how to play. Farkle.
Bedford, can I talk for just a minute?
Sure.
We have those usually in the evening, and they've always been a lot of fun. So if you can come at all, please come, and especially this time because it's pizza.
Okay. Thank you for that emphasis. Good. Bell ringing is this Friday, the 13th. For those that signed up to ring bells, and there's still room to do so, please do so at the in the entranceway. Make sure to be that your chosen location by 6 this Friday. It's from 6 to 7. Everything needed will be at the store. We won't be outside, but we'll be in the entrance doors, which can get chilly, but not so bad as being outside. So wear warm clothes. The Santa hats are optional. Now, after meeting and doing the bell ringing for the hour, then we will meet again for a pizza, another round of pizza. We're going to have a lot of pizza this week. But a place will be decided on Friday. Men's and Women's Mastermind this Saturday, December 14th from 8:30 to 10. And we set our intentions for the month and explore ideas through the lens of Unity's metaphysical principles. A small donation for facilities usage is appreciated, and everyone is welcome. Thinking about New Year's resolutions already? Being a greeter or a chairperson is a wonderful way to try something new in 2025. Sign-up sheets for January through May are on the Connect and Serve table. Sign up for 3 Sundays and make some positive changes in your life. Welcome everybody and all of you to one or more of these roles. Yoga Nidra and Sound, December 17th from at $15 here at Unity. Guided relaxation with crystal singing bowls. Ongoing book studies at Unity of Appleton. You can see all 3 of those, Mondays, Fridays, and Sundays. All are welcome at any time. And now let's do the prayer for protection, if you would like to stand. And arms outstretched as we acknowledge Spirit's presence. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God